that I imagine many of you have been looking forward to for a long time. Today will be dawned in medicine's most recognizable symbol. Although this particular ceremony has only been around since the early 90s, the white coat has been a staple of the medical field for over 100 years. In the 19th century, doctors started wearing the white coat to emphasize the transition to the more scientific route of medicine and to distinguish themselves from the quackery and tomfoolery that plagued the field for centuries prior. I can just envision all of the physician pioneers of yesteryear convening to decide on what is the appropriate symbol to represent their noble profession. One of them said, well, it should be a coat to protect my clothes. Every day I get splattered with urine, mucus, saliva, sweat, emesis, amniotic fluid, meconium, and of course blood. And then the other one said, yeah, you're right. What color should we make it? And thus the white coat was born. True geniuses in their own time. My name is student Dr. Brett Johnson, and this is my third year toward the white coat. Up until this point, medicine for you has been an ambition, a goal, a dream. Starting now, medicine becomes real. Slowly and painfully real. This white coat will follow you the whole way. It will be a valuable tool. Belying its shortness, it does have a good amount of cargo space. The top pocket can hold quite a few writing utensils. And you will subsequently be astounded at the number of pens you can actually lose in a single 12-hour shift. The outer pockets are ideal for little books of lab values, differential diagnoses, medication dosages that you should have memorized, but you don't. Hopefully you won't have to pull one of these books out or being pimped by an attending physician. It is literally like digging around in your pocket for your own inadequacy. And finding it. The inner pockets are wonderful for a sandwich that you won't have time to eat, or your wallet, which of course will be empty because unlike every other member of that healthcare team, you are the only one actually paying to work so hard. More importantly than its utility is its symbolism. The coat's length is meant to symbolize how much you know about medicine. And as you probably realize, yours is short. Very short. I mean, it barely clears the waist. But let's be honest. If we were here donning garments strictly by that criterion, we would be putting dickies around your necks and not white coats. Regardless, in a few short days, you will start seeing actual patients wearing your pristine and immaculate white coat. And if I remember my experience accurately, the only thing I felt that I could handle clinically at your stage was verifying that the patient did indeed have a trapezius muscle. All of mine did. To physicians and residents, the short white coat is a symbol of your lowness on the totem pole, an excuse to treat you poorly and pretty much ignore anything you say. They will acknowledge your medical suggestions with rolling eyes and go back to talking about your patient as though you're not even there. You're to be seen, not heard, punctual, but never pesty. The short white coat symbolizes your inability to get actual work done. You'll be at the mercy of your unavailable resident. Can you please prove these orders? Can you please go over this patient's management with me? Can you please sign the script for augmentin? And the attendings will quip, show me a medical student who only triples my work and I'll kiss his feet. You will hear that recycled joke more times than you'll make a loan payment. But deep down, you'll know those residents and attendings have been there too, tightly tucked in stiff folds of that white coat. And they truly do care about you and your education. More importantly than all that, your white coat is a symbol of your dedication to the art of medicine. The reason why we say medicine is a practice is because the journey you begin here will never end. Our knowledge of the human body will never be complete, and our endeavors to communicate and be passionate are infinite. We are constantly striving to be better caregivers, better teachers, and better friends. When you put on the white coat, you're making a promise. A promise to your classmates to help one another, look after one another, and teach one another. You're making a promise to your patients to always do right by them, because they are the source of the true satisfaction that comes from being a physician. And you're making a promise to yourself, a promise that when you trade that dirty, worn, frayed short coat for a long one, you'll have the skills, the knowledge, and the confidence to be great doctors. To the friends and family here today, I just want to say you should be very proud. Not only for the efforts it took them just to be sitting up here, but also for their dedication to one of the most challenging and honorable professional journeys that exist. And when you are far down this path, you will think back to how it all started, threading your arms through a short white coat. To the class of 2014, on behalf of the upperclassmen at Baylor College of Medicine, welcome to the family.